Okay. Hey, everybody. Special night here. We've got Eric Teamzy. I know it's Eric Johnson, but we're going to call him Eric Teamzy. He is a sweetheart for all of us who went to conference. You all probably know we were all sitting there with just a few thousand of our closest friends at dinner. And I'm sort of looking in the lines. Somebody's coming close to me in this big buffet line, and I'm going, who is that? And all of a sudden I went, ah! And I stood up, and all he's trying to do is to get his dinner. And Ginger's like practically on top of him. But what a lovely gentleman he is. He not only was very excited to see us, he came over and had dinner with our team. Do you love that? So we got some great pictures of him. So what you see tonight really is exactly who Eric Johnson is. If you've seen any of his videos, this is exactly who Eric Johnson is. He really is a sweetheart. So he, of course, is the creator and the CEO of Teamzy. He's been a professional business coach for years, and you can pretty much tell that when you listen to all the different things he's done. He has trained over 100,000 network marketers. That would be us, you all. That would be the Juice Plus people. And of course, he's a father. He's got a beautiful family. I've seen him on Facebook many times, and you can tell he's absolutely a lover of people. And the last thing I'll tell you is, as you all know, I've been in the Juice Plus business for 17 years. I know that there have been numerous people, three myself, who have contacted Juice Plus corporate to want to team with them to do certain programs, and they've turned them down. And I happen to know three myself. I don't know who else has. But in 17 years, I've only seen them partner with two people ever. And one is Brene Brown, personal development, which Juice felt strongly we needed, which we always need, always. I don't care what level you are. And the other was to have this unbelievable organizational tool, which will just rock you. So I am super excited to introduce formally here Eric Johnson, and I'm going to let him take it away and tell us all about Teamzy.
Wow, that's great. I learned some stuff too. I love Renee, so what great company to be in. Pretty cool. So thank you for that introduction. I'm blushing. I'm excited to be here with you guys. My name's Eric Johnson, as she said, creator and CEO of Teamzy. Okay, so what we're going to do tonight is this. I'm going to take you through, the training tonight is called How to Leverage Relationship Marketing to Become a Power Hour Boss. How to leverage relationship marketing to become a Power Hour Boss. So I'm going to teach you about relationship marketing. Then I'm going to teach you about Teamzy, which is the system we built to help you do relationship marketing. Not just do it, but do it in less than an hour a day. So you get all those things wrapped into one thing. So tonight we're going to do all that. I'll set up Teamzy with you. We'll crush a power hour. I'll show you how to do it, teach you how to follow up like a pro, seamlessly, easily duplicatable with your team. It'll be fun. At the end, we'll do Q&A. So if you have questions, don't worry. We'll have a chance to answer them all for you. I'm going to mute everybody just for the sake of distractions. However, I want you to know if you feel the spirit move you, you can unmute yourself and ask a question, but we'll do Q&A at the end too. Okay. All right, let's do it. And please, if you can, if you're decent, keep your cameras on.
Eric, can you speak up just slightly?
Oh, is it low?
It seems to be a little bit low. I don't know why.
Let me just move this microphone closer. How's that? Is that better? Yeah? Okay. Good. I've been told, I got a new microphone and I was told just have good microphone technique, whatever that means. I think that means get close to the microphone. Okay. I'm learning. Okay. I met a guy actually at Juice Plus conference who said, hey, I've been watching your YouTube videos. I think we can improve your audio. I'm going to send you a shopping list. I said, perfect. Gotta love Juice Plus. All right. Oh, wait, this is the wrong share. We're going to get there. So let's start off with this, how to leverage relationship marketing to become a power hour boss. So my background, Ginger gave me a great introduction, but just for the sake of knowing where I come from, I've been in the business coaching and consulting industry for 16 years, helping people build their business by relationship. I actually fell into network marketing 5 years ago. So some of you, that's 12 years less than Ginger. But you know what? Here's the thing. I fell into it by accident, found some products that really helped me. And I was just sharing the products, just like anything else I love, I share with other people. Hey, this is great. That you should try this. And I realized that there was a really, really great business opportunity associated with direct sales with these, with like Juice Plus and other companies like it. I'd never really thought about it. And as I looked at that business opportunity, I thought this could be a really great thing for me to do on the side. How many of you do Juice Plus on the side right now? Okay, so that's what I wanted to do. And I looked at my life. I have 4 kids. You know, I had a full-time career at the time. I looked at my life and said, okay, I can do this. I know exactly what I need to do. The problem is I don't have much time. I only have an hour a day. So I started looking for tools that would help me leverage my time so that I could do all the things I know I needed to do, and that, you know, to build my business. And so long story short, there just surprisingly there weren't any tools in our industry, not any good ones in my opinion. People were using notebooks and, you know, writing things down and losing them. And so anyways, long story short, we built Teamzy because I was like, if I need this, then the other 35 million people doing this business need a tool like this. Okay. So that's kind of how Teamzy was born. Just 3.5 years ago, we released Teamzy, and it's been amazing. We've got over 80,000 users through Teamzy. Now we've got the endorsement of the Juice Plus company, which is amazing, incredible, humbling. And we're very excited to work with you guys. Okay, so let's jump back into this presentation. What is relationship marketing? This is what I want to talk to you about, relationship marketing. Okay, and I think one of the things I love about Juice Plus is you guys get this. You understand this really quickly. This is where your heart is anyways. But I want you to understand that relationship marketing is more than just selling things to your friends or being nice or focusing on the relationship. It's a system. It's a way to approach your business, okay? And more specifically, it's a lead generation system. Relationship marketing is a lead generation system. That's a system that initiates consumer interest or inquiry into the products or services of a business. Hold on a second, guys. Somebody needs to be muted. Hold on one second.
Ginger, I think that may be you from re-logging in.
All right.
Sorry, I just powered off. That might be me. Sorry.
Oh, no worries. Okay, we're back. It's better you than someone else. No one's in trouble now. No, she's right. No, just kidding. Okay, so let's talk about relationship marketing. So relationship marketing is a lead generation system. As I was saying, that's a system that initiates consumer interest or inquiries into the products or services of a business. Okay, this is important because you're not Juice Plus sales representatives. You're business owners. Okay, and the first decision you need to make as a business owner is which lead generation system will you choose for your business? It's the fundamental core part of running a business, right? I happen to think relationship marketing is the best. For me, it works the best. It's congruent with who I am personally, and it's something that I enjoy and I can sustain doing long term. So I'll teach you a little bit more as we go. But I want you to understand this principle right now. As a business owner, you are in the lead generation business. That's your business. Okay? You generate leads for the business. So it doesn't matter how busy you are. It doesn't matter how many customers you signed up or how many new distributors you added to the team today. If you're not doing the work on a daily basis that generates new leads for your business, you are not building your business today. You're just busy. Okay? It's just a mindset. Now, here's the next piece that I want you to get, which makes it fun. The principle is this: developing and deepening relationships is your paramount duty as a business owner. Developing and deepening relationships is your paramount duty as a business owner. So our job is to generate leads, in other words, meet people, so we can develop and deepen relationships with them. This is our system. It's right around that. Meet people and build relationships with them. Okay, that is the key to a successful business. Now, what we do with relationships, instead of just trying to generate sales, we actually turn our relationships into advocates by investing time and providing outstanding service. We turn our relationships into advocates, okay, by investing time and providing outstanding service. An advocate is a customer, aren't they? An advocate also brings people to the business. They talk about it. They celebrate it. This is what we're doing with relationship marketing. We're looking beyond the first sale and creating an army of advocates. Okay, next principle. Relationship marketing depends on trust. Relationship marketing depends on trust. In other words, if you're a jerk, this ain't gonna work. How many of you have come across somebody, I know, Margaret, it's cheesy. You gotta go with my jokes, just go with them. They're a little cheesy, it's okay. They make their point though. How many of you have come across somebody in network marketing who's less than honest or less than forthcoming? Have you guys bumped into anybody like that? Well, if you haven't, good for you. I'm glad you haven't. Probably because your only experience is Juice Plus, right? But the problem is your friends and family have. That's why they're skeptical and guarded, because this whole industry has been taught kind of in a disingenuous way. It's been kind of a bait and switch technique for years and years and years. I want you guys to understand relationship marketing depends on trust, which means you cannot absolutely do anything that could ever violate or question the trust in the relationship. But here's the good news. Trust makes the work fun. If someone trusts you even just a tiny bit, you don't have to sell them. You don't have to convince them. You can get right to helping them. Also, trust takes the ickiness out of the sales process. You know that feeling of being an icky salesperson? You'll never feel that. If you're focused on building trust, you'll never feel that. That's never part of the issue. Also, you get to go for yes with your relationships. None of this go for no stuff where somebody says no and we throw them away like a dead body. Keep going. That's what so many people teach. In this system, we'll go for yes. We'll go for yes. Some people sooner than others, but we'll get everybody there because you'll be irresistible. Okay, so how do you build trust? There's actually a method to this madness. And I'm going to share with you the 4 essential ingredients to building trust. Okay, the 4 essential ingredients to building trust. I'll go through them quickly and then I'll break them out and explain them. Number 1 is chemistry. Chemistry. Number 2 is character. Character. Number 3 is competence. Okay, competence. And number 4 is consistency. Chemistry, character, competence, consistency, the 4 essential ingredients to building trust. All right, so let's talk about these. Chemistry is where you have common ground with someone. What is it about you they can relate to? Okay, chemistry is where you have common ground with someone. What is it about you they can relate to? This is pretty simple. Ask questions. Find out what you have in common. Okay, people want to do business with friends, and nobody wants to do business with someone they don't like. Okay, now, the flip side of this is don't do things that are divisive. Be opinionated with your family, not on your social media platform, for example. Okay, I've got opinions, but here's the thing. I don't want my opinions in the way of people I can help, and neither do you, right? So make sure that you're focused on building chemistry with people, everybody, because every single person that has a physical body could use Use Plus, true? Yeah. So why not help them all? Number 2, character. Character. Character is when you demonstrate how much you care and that you are relatable. Character is when you demonstrate how much you care and that you are relatable. Notice something about my definition. You don't have character. You don't have it. It's something you do. It's an action. Character is something you do. We think about character as something we own, and we get offended if someone questions our character. But it's our job to demonstrate it daily. Does this make sense? We need to care for others, and we need to stay relatable. This is so important, especially when we become successful. The more successful you become, the more you need to tell the story about how you're just a normal person and what you've been through to get there. Because we start to lose track of what life was like. Does this make sense? Character is when you demonstrate how much you care and that you're relatable. Okay, now think about this before I move on to number 3. Everything that you do, this is your filter. Am I demonstrating my care? Am I demonstrating my care? Okay? The way you post on social media, the way you talk to your customers, the way you follow up or not, the way you drive your car in traffic when you're in a hurry, right? Do you return your shopping cart at the grocery store parking lot? These are important. You don't want to put a Juice Plus bumper sticker on your car and then violate on any of those last 3 examples, right? I'm being lighthearted with it, but the point is you got to think about your character. This is your brand. Okay? Your business depends on trust, and the fundamental piece of it is your character. And so you have to be intentional about everything you do. I know how many of you are parents? Didn't it help a lot having kids? Boy, that straightens us out, doesn't it? Because we want to be a role model. We give up a lot of corny stuff as soon as we become parents. It's good for us. So now you've got a new kid. It's your business, and your business is watching you. They're watching you like your kids, and so you have to constantly demonstrate your character. Number 3 is competence. Competence is when you demonstrate you're good at what you do and you're a business person. Competence is when you demonstrate you're good at what you do and you're a business person. There's 2 pieces to this. The first, I need to know, if I'm interested in the Tower Garden. Can you help me with that? Do you know how it works? Can you help me set it up? Can you give me tips on how to be successful with it? do I feel like, do I feel like I can make this purchase with you and feel comfortable with it? Can you help me with my physical health issues? Do you know enough about your product to answer my questions? Do I feel like does this make sense? The first piece I need to know is, do you know about your business? Are you competent? Do I want to be your customer? The second piece is, are you a business person? Are you the person I want to sponsor me in this business? Do I want to join your team? Do I feel comfortable that if I join your team, I have a good chance of being successful? Are you demonstrating that to me? Okay. Real quick, let me just see the new people. Any new people on the call? Let me see your hands. Wait, let me get you guys on gallery view so I can see you. Okay, good. Margaret, you're my guinea pig because you're the brave one who waved her hand at me. So when you're new, sometimes you hear people say something like, it's okay that you're new, you just fake it till you make it. Have you ever heard someone say that? Just fake it till you make it. It's all good. But here's the thing I want you to know. Don't do that. Okay, don't do that. You do not need to fake your competence. You need to tell people, I'm new and I don't know anything yet, but my team does. The experience is there. The know-how is there. And it's one text message away. Any question you might have, I'll get you the answers. The same people that are helping me will be helping you. You want to join my team? We'll be mentored together. We'll cross the stage together. We'll fast track together. Okay, because we'll be mentored by the team. So what you do, Margaret, is you lean into the competence of your team. You lean into the competence of your upline. You sing their praises. You let people know how amazing they are and how blessed you are to be associated with them. Okay? And leaders, it sounds weird, but teach your team to do that when they're new. And then now your goal, Margaret, is to learn and to become competent, to learn and just soak up all the knowledge you can so that you can be more and more confident as you're talking to people. Okay? So competence is something people need. You need to be demonstrating it. If you're new, what you should be sharing is that you're learning things. I would just learn this. Oh my gosh, I just learned this. This is amazing, right? And lean into the competence of your team as you bring people in. Okay. Quick principle on this before we jump to number 4. People only care about 3 things when they're going to do business with you. Can I trust you? Do you care about me? And are you good at what you do? Can I trust you? Do you care about me? And are you good at what you do? Sorry, I took that off the screen too fast. I set that up funny. Your faces were in the middle of my slide. So here it is again. Can I trust you? Do you care about me? Are you good at what you do? These are questions you guys should all know as people who do business, who are salespeople and business owners. People ask these questions at a heart level. It's more of an emotion. And until you've built the trust with people, these questions will be question marks for people, and objections will come up. Have anybody ever run into objections so far from people? Yeah, all objections come from these. Okay, price objections, ingredient objections, will this work objections, anything. Is this a pyramid thing objections? It all comes from these 3 things. They just don't know yet. And that's why we're going to focus on building a relationship. So learn how to overcome objections like a pro, yes, but work on the relationship over time. I'm going to show you how to do it with Teamzy. It's super easy to do, but you need to be constantly thinking about these things, demonstrating your trust, letting them know your care, and demonstrating your competence. Okay, number 4 is consistency. Consistency. Okay. Consistency. Is it important to be consistent to build trust? What do you think? With kids, it is, right? When we're raising them? Yeah. Consistency is how trust is built. I can tell you I'm going to do better, but until you see me doing it consistently, you don't believe me, right? Being consistent is how we build trust. Here's a great principle. People respect consistency and they desire it for themselves. People respect consistency and desire it for themselves. Not only does consistency build trust, but it attracts people to you. People want to be around it, right? Have you been told, have any of you been told that you're inspiring? People find you inspiring? Yeah, isn't that crazy when people say that? Not that you're not inspiring. I just mean because we're all normal people that do goofy things, right? The kind of stuff where your husband's like, your slippers are on the wrong feet. That's normal stuff that we do, but yet people find us inspiring. What is inspiring about us is when we're consistent. They see you being healthier. They see you doing the things that you're doing and sharing, and that's inspiring them because you're being consistent. People desire it. They want to be around it. Here's a great book. By the way, this principle I lifted from one of my favorite books. I'll put it on your personal development list. It's a great book. It's called Influence. Here it is right here. The Psychology of Persuasion. It's a classic, but if you want to be a leader in this business, you should read that book. It's really good. Okay. So the question I have for you is, well, let me look at your faces one more time for this. How many of you would say you're pretty consistent? You take your Juice Plus every day. Let me see that. Awesome. And you guys are sharing your stories on social media. People know that you're on this healthy revolution for your life. You guys are consistent, more or less doing that. I'm not getting real enthusiastic nods on that, Ginger. Maybe that's another class. I'll come back and do social media for trust building. No, but seriously, the real question though is this. That is important though. You need to be sharing on social because it's part of the process of what I'm going to show you today. When I show you how to connect and build trust with people, people will verify what you're doing one-on-one by watching what you do on social media. So it all needs to work together. Okay. But here's the real checkup from the neck up, as one of my favorite mentors, Zig Ziglar, used to say, is are you as consistent with your relationships? Are you as consistent about staying in contact with people as you are doing those other things? Okay. See, posting on social media is amazing. I think Facebook is the greatest invention ever for us. Our business is so much easier because of it. I mean, unbelievably easier. But it doesn't replace connecting with people, okay? Here's my one principle I want to share on this. People won't believe you until they see you. People won't believe you. Have you guys ever heard yourself saying, I'll believe it when I see it? So you go on social media and you say, oh my gosh, I just found the greatest thing ever. It's called Juice Plus and it's changed my life. It's amazing. Join me. Come join me. This is so great. Oh, here I am in the Caribbean. Thank you, Juice Plus. Come join me, right? They see you doing all that stuff. Here's the thing. And some people will respond to that, and which is awesome, right? You get a few responses. Have you guys ever done posts like that? Like, this is what I'm doing, join me. And you get a couple of responses and you're like, this is great. But what about the rest of the people? What about everyone else that you're connected with? Why didn't they like or respond to it? Here's what I want you guys to understand is people are watching. They're watching you, but they don't feel like they're part of the show. They're watching you like a TV show they're not part of. Okay? They don't believe you. When you say join me, they don't believe you're inviting them. Why would they? They haven't heard from you since high school. Why do they? Just because you're Facebook friends? You've not talked to them. Does this make sense? You need to, they won't believe you until you, when you say, I want you to join me, they're like, she's not talking to me until you talk to her. Make sense? Relationship building is a contact sport. You want to have relationships with people, you have to be in regular contact with them. There's no other way to do it. In fact, I would tell you, if you want to be successful in this business, you need to be in regular contact with everybody you know and everybody you've ever met. But I know your time is scarce. That's why Teamzy is built to make it super easy to do that, okay? So we'll show you that in a minute, but don't worry. Here's the big principle of the day. Investing time and connecting with people, that means one-on-one, is the only way to deepen relationships. Investing time and connecting with people is the only way to deepen relationships, okay? Now, real quick on this, and then we'll jump into Teamzy. How many of you have ever received a really great card from somebody you care about, where in the card, most of it was blank space, and they hand wrote a message to you that moved you emotionally? How many of you have ever received a card like that? Okay. If you have not received a card like that, would you please put your address in the chat, and we'll all send you one, so you know what we're talking about. Isn't it amazing how you can get a card and how it's so much more moving than words that someone speaks, right? When you read them, isn't that amazing? Now, quick question for you. Those of you who raised your hands and have received a beautiful card like that, after you've read it, and I don't mean like the cheesy one, I mean like the really good ones, right? The ones where you're like, oh my gosh. How many of you were able to go, oh, that was nice, and then crumble it up and throw it in the trash can? Anybody chuck those? No. How many of you saved those cards? You can't bear to get rid of them. We almost always do that. Even with Marie Kondo and the whole, throwing away your life thing going around, people are still keeping those cards. It's amazing. In fact, after we pass away, a lot of times those cards and letters are the most treasured things that we leave behind for our family, aren't they? Let me give you another example. Let me just go to here, speaker view for the recording. How many of you have ever received one of these? This is a happy birthday postcard. You ever get one of these? This is from my life insurance salesperson. Okay. He sent me this nice little postcard wishing me all the best. Here's to another great year of you. Is that nice? Now, I got the same birthday card last year. I happened to notice because I kept it because I'm using it on these calls. So my question for you is, you've all received one of those from somebody, chiropractor, dentist, whatever, the vet. The vet used to send one to my dog. Does this go in the special place or does this one get thrown in the trash? This one goes right in the trash. What's the difference? It's a nice sentiment, right? You guys don't know, you know the difference. The difference is this is not a personal connection. This is a bulk mailing, right? This is a bulk mailing. It's generic. And it took no time. There's no investment of time in me, and there is no personal connection with me. So it's nice. And it achieves what he wants it to achieve, which is, I think of him for a half a second, and maybe, out of 20,000 of us, 3 people might add something to their policy, right? And that's kind of like our Facebook posts. We get 3 or 4 people, we feel like it was a great post. But I want you guys to understand nothing connects like a personal connection and an investment of time. And that is why the card is so incredibly valuable. And that is why we'll save it forever, and our family will save it after us. Now, am I saying you should write love letters to people all day long to build your business? No. However, sending people cards is part of your business. In Teamzy, it's one of the connect types. So you should have a stack of cards, blank cards that you keep on your desk. And when you can think of an occasion to send somebody a handwritten note, send it, because they'll save it forever. They'll save it forever. Okay. But what I am saying is just reaching out to somebody personally, let's say Facebook Messenger or by text message, one-on-one. It takes 2 seconds, but you know what? It's 2 seconds of time invested in one person, and it makes all the difference. Okay, and I'm going to show you in a second. That's Teamzy's designed around this concept of taking 2 seconds to make somebody's day. We call it the make someone's day mindset. And it is the catalyst for creating an amazing business. When you focus a bit of time every day to just making some people's day, it creates a whole surge of positive energy in your business. I'll show you how that works in a second. Does this make sense though? You have to be in contact with people. Okay, I think I've got just maybe one more slide on this, and then we'll jump back into Teamzy. So here's the thing. This is all well and good. How many of you so far have found this valuable, these concepts? Cool. Here's the point though. You need a system. The philosophy isn't going to do it for you. You need a system. You need a way to stay in contact with all your relationships. Okay? You need to know when to contact them and when not to contact them. In other words, you don't need to spend all day planning this. You just need something that says, go do it. Here's who you need to connect with. Know what to say, so that you can make their day without spending all day staring at the screen in analysis paralysis, overthinking, trying to come up with the perfect message. How many of you have done that? You need to be efficient and effective. Get in there and get out, get your messages out, and then make sure that nobody ever falls through the cracks. You have to have a system for this. 80% of the qualified leads in your business, probably, if you're like most people, are falling through the cracks right now. By the time you get off this call with me tonight, you'll know how to not let that happen anymore. Okay? Isn't that a bummer that of all the work you guys are doing, only 20% convert? I'm telling you, there's a better way. I'll show you in a sec. All right, where's Teamzy? It's on one of my screens. Here we go. Okay, before I jump over here, how many of you are using Teamzy already? About half that I can see, okay. And Stacy was in a training with me last night. Who else was on the call with me last night? Stacy's here for 2 nights in a row. That's how good it was last night, you guys. She's back again. You're going to be a pro after tonight. Okay, so if you're not in Teamzy, what you need to do is go to teamzy.com/JP. Teamzy.com/JP and start a free trial. It's 30 days free. There's no strings attached. We don't ask for your credit card or anything. You get it for free for 30 days. If you don't like it, it just turns off. Okay. But if you use it, you're going to love it. And then you can sign up and subscribe. Juice Plus has come in on your behalf. Has endorsed us and negotiated a huge discount. So you can get Teamzy for 34% less than any other network would pay. So it's pretty affordable, less than 60 cents a day to use Teamzy. All right. So when you first log into Teamzy the first time, it'll bring you into the setup wizard. Helps setting this thing up be super easy for people like me who are not techie. I'm a people person. How many of you consider yourself people person, not techie person? That's me. That's me. So I just need this to make my life easier, not more complicated. So this is the setup wizard you're looking at now. There's a little video for me welcoming you, right? We'll skip that. And the first thing you're going to do is set an income goal. Okay, so you see this little page here, set your income goal. This is how much money you'd like to be making per year a year from now. So you're getting into Teamzy, working for 12 months. This is where we'll get you. Set your goal. So it's a little slider. So right now it's at 100 grand. If I slide it up higher, you see my daily activities go up with my income goal. Teamzy will tell you what to do every day to hit your goal. You will absolutely know what to do to build your business. There's no more wondering, am I doing the right things? It gives you that confidence. Okay, so I'm going to set my goal here to 150,000. That was my actual goal when I first time I ever logged into Teamzy. And you can see that 150,000 has me connecting with 9 prospects, 6 customers, and 4 distributors each day. That's 19 connects a day. Okay, I can do that in 15 minutes in Teamzy. I'll show you how to do it in a second. Okay, but it might take you 30 minutes if you're new. Let's hit continue. So now once I set that goal, I can click continue. And the next step is getting my contacts into Teamzy. You got to get everybody in here so you're organized. No more looking at spreadsheets or pads of paper, notebooks, sticky notes. How many of you have sticky notes lying around with contact information on it? Get it all into Teamzy. One place, organized. It lives in the cloud, so you always have it. You can get it from your phone. You can get it from your computer. It's always there. You meet somebody in the grocery store. You want to add them to your list. You don't write it on the back of a grocery sack. Pull out your phone and put them in Teamzy. Okay, easy. So what we're going to do, there's some instructional videos here to help you. First thing you'll want to do if you've already got a Juice Plus business going is you want to go into your back office, get your team imported. Okay, then get your customers imported into Teamzy. There's instructions here on how to do that. Step-by-step instructions, okay, on how to do it from the Juice Plus back office. Then you want to get your Facebook friends imported into Teamzy. It's so cool. You can get your whole Facebook friends list in Teamzy. So you're not going like this through Messenger trying to remember who you should follow up with. It's all in Teamzy, okay? All right. So, and again, like I said, if you're not techie and these step-by-step instructions are too much, if you ask our team for help, they will walk you through. They'll get on a one-on-one Zoom with you if you need it. They'll show you how to do it, or they'll just take control of your mouse and do it for you, which is pretty cool. So don't worry about the setup. Once you get into Teamzy, now you're ready to rock. Okay, here's the Teamzy dashboard. And you'll notice here that we've got our today's activities. Those are the goals that we set when we set our income goal. So my goal there is 9 prospects. You can see I've done nothing, so it says 0 done. 6 customers, I've done 0. 4 distributors, I've done 0. Then you've got a couple other goals here that are added for you, which is an invite goal. Okay, I'll explain that in a minute, and an ads goal. Okay, so prospects, customers, and distributors, when those people come up, I'll show you how to do that in a minute. We are just going to connect with them to make their day. We're just going to try to make their day. That's it. Just say hello. We want them to smile, and we just want them to go, wow, that was nice that he reached out. Okay. Now, when I get to invites, an invite is something different. An invite is when I actually invite somebody to join my team. I invite them to buy some products. I invite them to an event. I invite them to coffee to talk about the business. Those are going to come up when I discover interest through my conversations. So you can see my goal per day is only 3 of those, even though I'm going to talk to 19 people. Make sense? And I'll explain that as we go too. And then the ads, these are just ads or new people. We got to get in the habit of always putting new people in your business. And it's not because you think they're going to buy Juice Plus. It means that you've met somebody new and now you're going to stay in touch with them. You're just adding new relationships. Okay? It's just like you're planting another row of corn in your farm. Make sense? Okay. So there's one more step for setup, and then we're going to get into this box here and do the power hour. But I want to show you real quick. Do you notice that next to the names on the power hour list, there's a number? See those little numbers? So those are the ranks. So we rank people, like if you go to Yelp, you know, you go to, oh, this is going to be good pizza. It's a 5-star Yelp, right? So this is the same thing with our people. We're going to rank them on a 5-star scale. This is so important and crucial to make Teamzy work. You have to rank your relationships. Let me show you how to do it. So if I'm up here, for example, in my Power Hour demo here, I can click right here, rank and label contacts. It'll take me right in there. But it's on the team page of Teamzy. On the team page of Teamzy, where you can turn on rank mode in this menu right here. I just turned it on from the front page, but see there's rank modes on. This takes me to my full list of everybody in Teamzy, and it puts their rank open so that I can go down my list and quickly click on them. Everybody starts as a 3-star, but I'm looking for my 4 and 5 stars. When I see somebody I really like Luis, I just click on 5 stars, make him a 5-star, right? Or maybe I don't like him that much. I'll make him a 2-star. You just click on it to change his score. And you're just going to go down your list and really look for the best people, your favorite people. Okay, this is super important. Why? Because in relationship marketing, you need to spend more time with the best people. Okay, you need to spend more time with the best people. If you don't prioritize relationships, you cannot prioritize time and you cannot prioritize your business. You'll end up spending time with turkeys and never flying with the eagles. Make sense? So here's how this works. A 5-star rank is somebody most likely, in your opinion, to become a customer or distributor, or they're already on your team and they're a rock star, or they're one of your favorite customers. Your 5-star people are your best friends and your closest family. They show up on your list just to make their day every 30 days. They come back every 30 days automatically. You don't have to plan or think about it. Once you give them a 5-star rating, they come back every 30 days. A 4-star, that's somebody that you think is likely to become a customer or distributor with a little bit of nurturing. These are your friends and your family, but just not your closest circle. 4 stars are very warm people to you, though, and they show up on your list every 60 days. Automatically, every 60 days, they will cycle back. 3 stars could go either way. A 3-star, you don't know yet. You have no idea. That's why everybody on your list defaults to 3 when you first put them in Teamzy. They come up on your list every 90 days. You see how this works? So the 3-star people are cycling through like this. The 4 stars are cycling through like this, and the 5 stars are cycling through like this. The list is being built for you. So you're staying in touch with them at different sequences automatically based on how warm they are. 2 stars are getting colder. They show up every 120 days. See how this works? Now, this is why this is so important. Okay, once you've done this, once you've gone through your list and you've picked out your 4s and 5s at the least and ranked them, when you come to your Teamzy dashboard, every day your Power Hour list will be automatically done for you. And the most important, the hottest, warmest people will be first. And then they'll come back more often. If you don't do this and you just start doing Teamzy based on whoever it brings up, let's say you have 2,000 friends on Facebook, right? You could spend the next 6 weeks connecting with people you barely know. And meanwhile, there are people that already trust you that could be in your business already. Does this make sense? So don't skip this step. It won't take you that long. It's not that intimidating. But you just need to do it, because once you've done it, you never have to plan your Power Hour ever, you guys. You never have to plan anything. You just turn on Teamzy and you connect with who's up next. Okay? All right, so let me show you how this works. Now we're ready. We're set up. You can see I'm going to scroll down here. See where it says Power Hour, who's up next. This is where we're going to work. I've got 4 lists: prospects, customers, distributors, and my follow-ups list. Each list only shows me 5 names at a time. That's on purpose. That keeps me focused, and it keeps me from getting overwhelmed. Okay? On the right-hand side is where I log the activity as I go so that I don't have to come back and do homework. Teamzy's going to tell me. You can see Teamzy's telling me the next person to connect with is Ginger. I'm going to connect with her right now, log it, and then go to the next person. I don't have to do any homework. Does this make sense? It's all done as I go. I can do this on my phone too. So I'm going to connect with Ginger. I'm preparing to message her on Facebook. It's funny because Facebook says Ginger messaged you. She's already messaged me. Okay, let me close that out and pretend that didn't happen, because we're going to message her cold. I haven't talked to Ginger since high school. What the heck am I going to say to her? Do you guys ever get stuck on this? What am I going to say to her? This is where so many people get stuck in overthinking. What I have found, and I've trained now over 100,000 network marketers, you guys. The simpler the message, the better the response. The simpler the message, the better the response. So I put my scripts that are tested and proven in Teamzy for you to use. You go right here to script, see that little button? And I'm going to open up a script to connect with Ginger. I'm going to pick the first one on my list, connect number 1. It says this: "Hi, Jane. Just stopping by to say hello. How are you? I hope your day is awesome." So simple. This is my workhorse script. I love this script. I'm going to click on copy script. Now what I'll do is I'm going to paste it in here and edit it a little bit to fit her, right? Obviously her name needs to be correct. Okay. In fact, I like the way this sounds because I wrote it, but I do need some emoticons. Love emoticons. How many of you guys feel like emoticons are the greatest thing ever discovered? At least for sending messages. I have to tell you, if emoticons were in email, when email first came out, do you know how much better relationships would have been in the corporate world? If your boss sent you that angry emoticon, you knew you were in trouble. If they send you the happy, right? Okay, so this is all ready to go. Look, hi, Ginger, just stopped by, say hello. I got it all set up the way I want it. Now I'm going to send her the message. So I'm just going to copy this and paste it into Facebook. You have to actually send it in Facebook, but it's so easy to do. So I'm going to look her up. There she is. Okay. And we're going to send her. This is crazy. Look at this, Ginger. The next Ginger card that comes up, their name wasn't Jackson, but they went to Andrew Jackson High School. What's the probability of those coincidences, right? Okay, sorry, that's a little me getting sidetracked. We're going to send message. See how easy this is? Look, there's the message, and I'm going to hit send and send it. Okay, don't stand there looking at it going, should I send it? Just send it. So now the message has gone off. It's off to her in Facebook land. I'm going to log it in Teamzy. That was a Facebook message. And see where it says log connect, the big blue button? That's what I'm going to click. Now it's logged. See, look, I've got 1 done, 8 to go. Next person on my list is Jay. I'm going to actually use that same. I'm just going to paste it again. It's still on my clipboard. Change the name for sake of expediency. Hi, Jay. Just stopping by to say hello, et cetera, et cetera. Let's send it to her real quick. Do you guys see how quick and easy this is? Okay. There she is. Somebody complained to me once and said, I can't believe I have to copy and paste. I said, were you messaging 20 people in 15 minutes before Teamzy? Come on, right? Here we go. So look, there it is, sent. I'm going to log this one. Log connect, done. 2 done, 7 left. See how easy this is? I'm just going to work down my list. Now, these are just make your day messages. This is me sending them, right? I'm sending them out. People will respond to these. So people may respond right away. I want you to just hold off on having the conversation until you get all these messages out. It'll help you go faster if somebody responds because you want to get to that message. But I don't want you to get sidetracked and not get it done. Okay, so it doesn't take long to get these messages out. It's pretty fast, especially after you've used Teamzy for a couple of days. You get pretty quick at it. So I'm going to go down my list. My goal was 9 prospects. I'm going to go down my list and send that message 9 times. Just change the name. Right? Once you've cycled through your whole list, 3, 5, 6 months from now, then you can grab connect number 2. Okay, don't worry about it. Even if you sent that same thing to 2 people who knew each other, they wouldn't even notice because it's just like, hi, how are you? Does it make sense? Okay. So we're going to go down that list. Boom, 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 boom. Now when we're done with our 9, we're going to go to customers. Next list. Connect with customers. We tend to create overcomplicated follow-up programs for customers. I'm telling you guys, every single call I talk to, I say, how many of you wish you were in better touch with your customers? And everybody raises their hand. Because sometimes we make our systems too exact, we can't keep up with it. Teamzy makes it simple. You put your list of customers in, every day you connect with a few of them. You do it consistently, you're in touch with all of them. Make sense? So easy. Now, what do you need to do with a customer? The same thing. You just need to make their day. Madison's the first person up. I'll go to scripts. I'll grab a script. Something simple like this. Hi, John. How are you enjoying the product? Send me an update. Let me know I could be of help. So simple. Okay. So I'll do the same thing. Change the name. How are you enjoying take out the products and put in your tower garden. Send me an update. Let me know I can be of help. So simple, right? Okay, so look, send that in Facebook, log it, next customer, grab the next script. I'll show you my second favorite customer script, which is this one. Hi, Jane, just checking in to see if there's anything I can do to make your day. Am I trying to sell more or anything like that? No, I'm just trying to be present. Okay? Think about when you go to an amazing restaurant and the service is excellent. Usually it's because they're present, aren't they? They're just checking in. Right? And that's what you want to do. Just check in with your customers. Just check in with your customers. Just check in with your customers. Okay? And some
Eric, I
amazing
have a question here.
Yeah.
I know you can do Facebook. I've never done text. Can you do text?
Teamzy logs everything. Look, Teamzy logs texts, email, Instagram, Snapchat, LinkedIn, phone calls, greeting cards, Voxers, video chats, in-person meetings. You can
So
log
I can send a
anything.
message right to their text.
Oh, you mean can you send it from your computer?
Huh?
Well, do you use a Mac?
No.
Okay. Do you? What kind of phone do you use?
Samsung.
Okay, so no, that's fine.
Here's
So you
on
can
Mac.
you can use Google Chat. You can get the Google app on your computer. Okay, and then you can send text messages directly through it. If you guys are Apple users like me, Apple has a Messages app, and you can send text through your computer that way too. Okay, so this is kind of an off the question, so I'm just going to give you guys my opinion on this. There are a lot of services who spoof your text. In other words, they send a text on your behalf, but it's not really a text. It's not really from your phone number, right? And to me, those look spammy. When you get like a text through something else that's not from somebody's phone number, which is why, by the way, Ginger, Teamzy doesn't send texts, because it would have to be that way. Make sense? I want them to get the text from your phone number. This is a personal connection from you. Does that make sense? But yeah, if you use the Google app with your Samsung phone, it'll send it directly through your phone on your computer, if that makes sense. And on Apple, it's the same thing. It's an iMessage that comes from your phone. So anyways. Now, I personally love Facebook Messenger for connecting with people whenever I can get them there, because the response rate on Facebook is the best right now. That may change, and my training will change if that changes, but right now it's the best response rate. There's also a couple of other good things. If you use Facebook to promote your business, when somebody connects with you via Messenger, the second they connect back with you, you are now prioritized in their feed. You know, everyone's all worried about the Facebook algorithm. People who do Teamzy, don't worry about that. You are the most relevant person in your sphere of influence if you're using Teamzy, okay? Because Facebook goes, wow, this person's amazing. They're connecting personally with all these people, building community, just like we built Facebook for. We're going to put them at the top of everybody's list. So that is kind of good news, right? Okay. I laugh at all those beat the algorithm. The algorithm is changing. Like, as long as the spirit of Teamzy, of Facebook, which is to build community, is there, we're always going to win, because guess what we're doing? That's what we're doing. Okay. So connecting with your customers, staying in regular contact with your customers, 3 amazing things are going to happen for you. 1, you'll actually be in touch with your customers. That's going to feel great, isn't it? That's called good service. Number 2, though, is this. People will order more products and they will retain longer. Okay? When you're in regular contact, not because you have some amazing sales technique. No, just by being in touch. They order more and they retain longer. That's it. Volume goes up. People go, oh, I'm so glad you called. I want to try those Omegas. I want to add those to my order. Oh, I was thinking of canceling. Now you're talking to them. You have a reason to, explain to them why they shouldn't, whatever. The more you connect, the longer they stay and the more they order. Okay? So one of the smartest things, it's obviously loving for Ginger to bring me here to train you guys. But from a bottom line standpoint, this is going to be great for her, because when you guys start using Teamzy this month, even if it's on a free trial, the whole team's volume is going to go up, just because you're in touch now with your regular customers. Now, the third thing that happens, which is the best thing in business, and I wish I had all night to train you more on this, but here's the thing I want you guys to know. How many of you have customers right now that you think are pretty cool? Anybody? Would you like more people like that? Where do you find customers? Like, where can you go find them? The best place to get a new customer is from your current customer. Okay? The best place to get a new customer is from your current customer. Hands down. And what do people do when they love something? They tell other people about it, don't they? They can't help themselves. So what is happening right now is your customer, the person you thought of when I said, do you have a customer you think is pretty cool? That person is telling other people about Juice Plus already. And 82% of people make purchasing decisions based on the recommendation of a friend, which means your person that you thought of is telling other people about Juice Plus who are very likely to want to purchase it. The question is, are you getting introduced to those people? And if the answer is no, which I know it is because none of you went, I know where to get those customers. It's from Jane or whoever. It's because you're not in touch. You just need to be in regular contact so that you can be in regular contact. It's not going to be weird for you to go, by the way, Jesse, are you talking, you've been getting great results. I'm sure you've told other people about Juice Plus. Is there anybody that you care about or that you love that needs more information on this? My goal is to help as many people as I can, and I would be honored to help your people. Could you introduce me to the people you're talking to so I can help them? Okay? Don't say, could you tell them about me? By the way, that's completely useless. Oh, I got these fancy business cards. Could you hand these to your friends? I'm telling you guys that if you take your business cards and fling them out the window on the freeway in rush hour, you have as better a chance of somebody finding that when they need it. You got to ask people to introduce you. Oh, you were talking to Christy about Juice Plus? Would you mind introducing us so I could get her some information? Just open up a chat on Facebook. Introduce us. Whatever's easiest. Text message. You're old school? Do it in email. Whatever. But just introduce us and I'll take it from there. You don't even need to worry about it. Now, here's the cool thing about it. You guys laughing because I think email's old school? It's kind of old school, right? I mean, email's from like 1990. What is it? How many years ago was that? 30 years ago. 30 years. Can you believe that? We've been emailing for 30 years. Some of you longer, but you were pioneers. You were up there with Al Gore inventing the internet. Okay. So get introduced. Get introduced. The more you build trust and serve people the way I'm teaching you tonight, people will have no problem introducing you to their friends because they know exactly how well you're going to treat them. They know that you're not weird. They know you're not going to do anything disingenuous. They're excited to introduce you to people. Does this make sense? So you don't even need to worry about that. It's nothing weird at all. It's like, you love this, right? Let me help your friends love it. And by the way, just a little side note, if they say, yeah, I talked to 3 people here, I'm going to introduce you to all 3 of them. Hello, this is your new distributor. Well, let me get them all set up, but why don't I set you up as a distributor and we'll put all 3 of them under you. Okay, then you can get your bonus and whatever. Make sense? Don't overthink this business. It's about relationships. And the best place to get new people for your team is from the current people you have, the people who already trusted you enough to give you some treasure in exchange for the products. Those are the people who are going to be advocates for you. So use Teamzy to get in touch with your customers. Stay in touch with them. Staying in touch with customers is as important as prospecting. Okay? And if you've been doing this, if you've had the blessing of doing this for 17 years, like Ginger, I'm looking at you right now, there's a lot of people on that list, some of them who've fallen off the radar, who are going to be so excited to hear from you. People who maybe haven't had Juice Plus in years that are going to be so excited to hear from you and want to get started again. So I encourage you guys too to remember that customers are customers for life. If they fall off or they cancel or they stop getting there, they're still your customer. They just had, they had 3 bottles on the shelf and they canceled thinking these are going to last me a while, and then they lost touch with you. Okay, so go back for them. Throw the lifeboat back to those people. Just connect with them again. If you haven't talked to them in 6 years, just say, hey, it's been a while since we connected. How the heck are you? Are you still doing that Juice Plus thing? Oh, yeah, I am. Okay, you with me? Next, distributors. The next list, we're going to connect with our team. When your team comes up, you send them a little message, make their day. When your whole team is in when your whole team is in Teamzy, you see I have big plans for Teamzy. I'm already equating it with Facebook. They are going to know that they came up on your list, and that's going to be fun. Okay? When Ginger sends you a message to make your day, you're going to know you came up on Teamzy today. How many of you would respect her for that? Totally. Because you're like, wow, she's actually doing this. She's organized. Now, here's what I want you guys to understand, though. Your team needs this personal one-on-one connection with you. It's hard to quantify, but it's so important. Having a team page, having team Zooms, those are great tools, but it's not the one-on-one connection we've been talking about. And you never know when that message is going to hit people. And it always seems to hit them right when they need it. You know, you get that message from your leader that says, is there anything I can do to make your day? And you're like, oh my gosh, I can't believe you messaged me today. I'm having a rough time. Right? It's huge. We named the product Teamzy because we want you to create team and family. And people will work their tushies off for a relationship. They don't really care about money. People need to survive and they need to get out from under the worry of money, but they are motivated by relationships and connections. So if you want to build a huge business, the good news is you're going to have fun building relationships. The better news is to be successful, you got to build relationships. Okay? Last list is follow-ups. So I've connected with my prospects, my customers, distributors. I'm just sending the make your day messages. I get to follow-ups. There's nothing there. The follow-ups is the one thing that's not automatic in Teamzy. You have to create them. Okay? So let me explain how this happens. Well, let me take a sip of water. I'm connecting with my friends, sending these messages. I sent that message off to Ginger. She responds, says, "Oh my gosh, Eric, it's great to hear from you. It's been a long time. What are you up? You know, we're now chatting. How are you? What have you been up to? Send me an update, Ginger." She starts telling me what she's been doing in her life since we last connected, right? Getting me a little bit of an update. My job now, and now that I've got her engaged, is to ask her some questions and try to, just try to learn more about her. Because my goal, just to make it really clear, my goal on this conversation is not to sell her or recruit her. My goal is to help her. I want to find a way to help her. I'm listening for something I can do to help, something I can offer. Okay? It could be encouragement. It could be she needs someone to pray with her today. It could be a recommendation to a roofer because the rainstorms have torn her roof up. I don't know. Maybe something comes up. I can send her a great book I recently read that I think she'd love. I'm looking for a way to help her. That's really what I want to do in this conversation. And as I invest in her, the trust builds. Okay? Now, it doesn't always happen on the first conversation where I get to invite her to my business. But if it did, it does sometimes, especially with your 4- and 5-star people who already have some trust for you. As she's telling me what's going on in her life, I'm going to tell her what's going on in my life, right? And here's where I want you guys to be fearless, because I'm not going to say, "Hey, Ginger, I do Juice Plus. Would you like to try a sample?" Can I send you a video and you tell me what you think? Seriously, guys, all that stuff seriously makes me sick. I like gag thinking about all that stuff because everybody hates it when they get it. I know that statistically a few people will bite at that, and that's why people still do it, but it turns off so many people. To me, it's not worth it. Here's what I would do. I would just, what are you up to, Eric? I'm going to tell her what I do and why I'm passionate about it. I'm going to tell her what I do and why I'm passionate about it. Okay? I'm going to tell her what I do and why I'm passionate about it. I'm going to tell her my story. I was working for a large corporate, in corporate America as a coach for years and years and years. And how many years has it been now? 4 years ago, I'm so used to telling the story differently. 4 years ago, I left my job forever. I work from home now. I'm with my kids every single day, which is amazing. I have a 2-year-old daughter now, my youngest, who has been home with me every day of her life. She never had to separate from me like my other ones did when I went to work. And the best part is I spend my day helping people. Okay, so what is your story? What is it that you do? Why are you passionate about it? Ginger, I saw your Facebook page said nutrition with Ginger, right? I help people with their nutrition. Why? Tell your story. I was sick. I was ill. I didn't feel good. I was overweight. And I found this system that changed my life. And now I'm paying it forward by helping other people. This is what I'm excited about and passionate about. Okay? None of this conversation is about you and me trying to sell you. It's what I'm doing. And what people's response is when you share, if you haven't written it down yet, write it down this time, what you do and why you're passionate about it. People will go, "Wow, good for you. That's great. Good for you." Okay. Now, there still may be some that are waiting for you to pitch Juice Plus. They're waiting for it. They're waiting for the shoe to drop. But as I'm telling people my story, usually people will get caught up in my passion. At least that's the way it is for me. So I want you guys to be unafraid to show your passion. Okay. Tell people what you're doing. And then I will ask people, would you like some more information? Would you like to learn more about what I'm doing? Like if they say, wow, that sounds great, or wow, that's amazing, say, would you like to learn more about what I'm doing? Just ask them. And so here's the situation. Ginger can say, I'm really glad that you're doing that. That sounds great. I'm not really interested in learning about it though, but thanks for telling me about it. Great. No big deal. No big deal. I love it when Ginger says that. I expect her to say that. I expect her to say that. If this is my first time reconnecting with her in years, that's what I would expect her to say. But you know what I'll do? I'll just tell her, you know what? No worries at all, Ginger. It was so great talking to you today. I really enjoyed catching up. She'll say, me too. I'll say, could you do me a favor though? Because I am on a mission to help as many people as I can to lead healthier lives or whatever it is that you decided you shared. Could you keep me in mind if you connect with people who need this help? Would you introduce them to me so that I could get them some information? Sure, I'll do that for you. So you plant the seed. When they say no, you just plant the seed. Oh, well, you know, can you be on the lookout for me for people who need this? For people who need help with the problem I solve. And they will say, yes, this is how you start to train them to be your advocate. I'm telling you right now. And then you connect with them several months down the road. They're like, wow, he still wants to connect with me after I said no. That's great. He really meant it. He's being consistent. Now, when Ginger says, I would like some more information. Wow, I think I would like some more information. Great. Now is my chance to invite her. Okay? Now I'm going to invite her. You guys with me? So I say, okay, great. Well, based on our conversation, you know, it sounds like the virtual franchise would be most interesting to you. It would get all the things that you were telling me that you wanted, the freedom, the time, the whatever. Why don't we set it up so you can get all the information on that? Okay, great. So let's say I'm going to invite her to, I usually do as my example, like a Facebook event, like a live, but let's say I'm going to invite her to coffee. Let's go to coffee and we'll talk about it. Okay, great. So let me show you how to do this in Teamzy. I'm going to look her up because she's no longer on the dashboard. I have to look her up in this little lookup bar. See how you just put a couple letters in and it brings her up. That takes me to her full record in Teamzy. Now I can open this connect box. So it's just like on the dashboard. See that? Okay. Now look on the bottom left where it says invite. This is where I'm going to make this an invite. So I'm going to take it off connect and I'm going to put, let's call this a one-on-one. Okay. And I'm just going to put a note here that this is coffee. All right. So let's do it in person. Okay. So you can see I'm just setting it up in Teamzy as an invite type. And now I'm going to set my follow-up. So we're going to have coffee tomorrow and I'm going to set my follow-up for the next day. So I'll put it on my follow-ups list. See this little calendar? This is your follow-ups list. So if I set a follow-up for any date in the future, I can go to any date in the future. Now she's going to move off my prospects list and she's going to be on my follow-ups list. So let me log this and show you what happens. So now I've invited her to that. Okay. And so now you can see it's logged in invite up here. And if I go to my follow-ups list, you can see there's Ginger on my follow-ups list. Okay. So this is what my power hour looks like in Teamzy. Prospects, customers, distributors, and then everybody you put on your follow-ups list, you work those follow-ups. So let me show you how this works. So I go have coffee with Ginger. We talk about the business. She's interested. Great. I say to her, look, I'm going to send you, she's like, let me talk to my husband about it, whatever. Great. Perfect. When I get home, I'm going to send you an email that has all the information on how to go ahead and get signed up. It's just an example. Okay. I'm going to send you that message. It has all the information, links, everything you need to get signed up. I'm going to send that over to you so you have it, so you can do that at your leisure, and I'll check in with you tomorrow, see if you have any questions. She says, okay, great. So how do I follow up like a pro on this? Okay. This is how we do it. I'm just going to come here when I go to my follow-ups list. I see Ginger's due. I'm going to go to my scripts. I'm going to get Eric's first follow-up script because trust me, you guys, my scripts work great on this. Follow-up number 1, and I'm just going to send it to her. Here's the first script. Hi, Jane, just checking in like I promised I would. What questions do you have for me? Okay, I'm going to send this over to her just like we did a regular connect. Change the name. Just checking in like I promised I would. What questions do you have for me? Okay, ready to go. Super quick, just like the other one. Now I'm going faster, right? Because you've seen me do it. Message sent. That follow-up is now sent to Ginger. Now I'm going to log it in Teamzy. Now pay attention to this piece. I got to set my next follow-up so that she doesn't fall off my list, and then log it. Now she's back on my list again. Follow-up done. Okay, in a couple of days when I come back to Teamzy and she's back at the top of my follow-ups list, I follow up again. Now this is really important. I want you guys to understand something here. A good lead like this, someone who's very interested, that we met and we talked about the business, 20% of those people will sign up in the first 3 days. 80% of the people will take 7 to 10 follow-ups before they even start responding to you. Have you guys experienced this? And you're like, yes, you get on your team call and you're like, oh, I just met with a great prospect today. She's going to be on our team. And then the next team call, how'd that new prospect go? I followed up 4 times, nothing but crickets, nothing. Has this happened? Jesse's like, you got me right here. You got me. Nothing but crickets. I guess she wasn't interested. I don't know. And then you start making stuff up. I heard her husband's a real jerk. It's probably him. Or, it's the economy, maybe government shutdown. I don't know, something. We start making things up. Here's what I want you guys to know. 80% of the people take 7 to 10 follow-ups before they make a sale, before they make a purchase. Okay, 80% of all sales happen between the 7th and 10th follow-up. How many of you are excited to know that? Let me just see, who follows up 10 times on a lead? Anybody consistently? No. Why? Because you're worried about being annoying, right? Yeah. Okay, here's the good news. There's a way to do it without being annoying. I'm going to teach you tonight. You'll never be annoying. People will thank you. On the 10th follow-up, they'll go, oh my gosh, thank you so much for following up with me. You're amazing. Thank you, 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 thank you. I'm sorry I haven't responded. Thank you for following up. This will happen. And then you can copy that message and you can send it to me. I do this boot camp once a quarter, and people are pasting these responses all the time. Like, I can't believe this actually happened. They're screenshotting them in there, constantly sharing with each other. Like, wow, it really works. Here's what I want you guys to understand. How many of you really believe you can change lives with Juice Plus? Like, you're here because you can change people's lives. Okay. But yet, the worry about being annoying to them has kept you from doing it. Okay, so we're going to take that off the table when I teach you. But here's what I want you to know. 80% of all sales happen between the 7th and 10th follow-up. Another way to say that is 80% of the people you could be helping, you're not helping unless you follow up 7 to 10 times. Is Juice Plus an awesome product? Does it matter if they never take it? No, it doesn't matter if they never take it. It doesn't help them, right? We have to help them. So here's what I want you guys to understand. This is a principle. You need to understand this, internalize it, live it, put it in front of you. Following up is an act of love. Following up is an act of love. You want to help people? This is how you do it. Because if you don't follow up, you never help them. You don't get to step 1. Okay, following up is an act of love. By the way, when you stop following up because they're not responding and you just assume they're not interested, what you've communicated to them is, I don't care about you. I don't care about you. I know I said I wanted to help you, but you're not responding, so I'm moving on. Can you imagine if you got to stop following up with your kids after 3 tries? Do you think they would have ever brushed their teeth ever in their entire life? Whenever you worry about people not responding to your follow-ups, think about how hard it was to get your kids to brush their teeth every single day. Okay? People don't change. They're the same people. So here's what happens. I'm going to teach you how to follow up without being annoying. You saw is it pretty easy to do in Teamzy? The way I showed you, pretty easy. I put 10 follow-up scripts in Teamzy, numbered 1 through 10. If you just go in order, you're going to get great results. But I'm going to teach you the principles. The first principle is this. When you follow up with somebody, and again, when I say follow up, I don't mean connecting. I mean following up on join my team, buy a quad. This is why, right? I'm following up on this. When you follow up with somebody, never ask them to do something in your follow-up. Don't ask them to do something in your follow-up. Okay? Like, don't even ask them to call you back or respond. They don't have to. They don't have to do anything. The onus is on you. You're going to keep following up till you catch them. Okay? The second thing is this. Your follow-up should always be messaged. Like, they should be able to read them. Okay? No voice messages. You can sing them happy birthday on their birthday, fine. But I'm talking about your follow-ups for the sale, messaged, okay? And short, so they can read the whole thing without opening it. Okay, so let me unpack this for you, why these are so important. The first one is this. If you tell me to call you back, that's annoying because I don't have time to do that right now. And it makes me feel bad about myself. Okay? Right? So that's why you don't do it. Don't worry about that. No, I'm just reaching out to connect with you. Okay? The other thing is this, when your message comes through, it's almost never at the right moment. There's always something going on in someone's life. When that message comes through on the phone, it's like, look, I got 10 messages while I was on this call. Okay? Do you think I was going to respond? Am I going to respond to any of them right now? No. Are you going to respond to them when you have a 3-year-old crawling up your leg? No. Are you going to respond to them while you're making dinner or driving your car? I hope not. Right? But we all have a deep desire to see it, don't we? We still want to see it. We still want to know what it says. So we want to look at it. And if you can see the whole thing on your lock screen without opening it, it's heaven because you get to see the message. Right? Why do we not want to open it? Because we're not going to respond. And if we can't respond, we don't want to look like a jerk by opening it. True? So make it easy on them. Your goal is that they see the message because your message has one goal. It is to reconnect them to the emotion that they felt when you talked to them about Juice Plus. What is the emotion? Hope. Hope. That's what your business is, by the way, guys. You sell hope. You sell hope. They're excited about Juice Plus. They're feeling hopeful. When they get that little message from you, they feel it for a second. Oh, I need to contact. Oh, I need to respond to him. I can't right now, though, because the dog's throwing up on the baby. But I will do it later. Okay. A couple days later, I message her again. Oh, I never responded to him. Oh, that's so nice. Oh, I got to go. This is what's happening on the other end. And you just stay there. You just stay there. You prove to them your consistent care, that you're present. You're not annoying, but you're present. Hey, you gave me some goals. I want to help you achieve those goals. Hey, I remember how excited you were when we talked. I can't wait to help you get started. Hey, I'm here when you're ready. These are the connects. Okay. And then what happens is typically most people will respond around the 6th or 7th follow-up, which is twice as many as most people will do before they give up. They'll say, I'm sorry that I haven't responded. Thank you for following up with me. And you know where you are after 6 or 7 follow-ups when they respond? Back to square one, but you got them back in the conversation. It's a process. Okay, it's
Hey,
a
Eric,
process.
can I ask you a quick question?
Yeah.
So how often are you doing that? Are you doing that every day, every 2 days, every 3 days, every once a week? How often are you making those exact like follow-up times?
With one person or in general?
With one specific person.
Okay. There's no exact science to it, but here's what I would do is if I had somebody who was very interested, I would follow up the first 3 days in a row. And then I would back it off to because remember 20% of people will sign up in the first 3 days. You need to get those people signed up. Okay? So I would follow up 3 days in a row and then I back it off a couple days, and then a few days. And each one might go a little bit farther out until they're like a week or maybe even 2 weeks apart. Okay, so it's not like you're on top of them for 10 days in a row, but I would definitely, personally, I would go 1, 2, 3, and then maybe 3 days later for the 4th one, and then start backing them off a little bit so that you're staying in touch with them. Because like I said, the people who are going to be motivated to get it done, you want to give them that opportunity in the first few days. And have you guys ever read Mel Robbins, the 30-second rule? 5-second rule. 5-second rule. You guys familiar with it? Yeah, it's not 30 seconds, 5 seconds. Like, it's the same concept. She's like, you have 5 seconds before your brain distracts you from doing what you need to do. That's what your customers or your prospects are doing. So you message them, they have 5 seconds to act, and they probably won't. Okay? So every time you follow up, you're giving them that new opportunity to take action in those 5 seconds. They probably won't. They'll get distracted in those 5 seconds. That's why your job is to just gently be there. Does this make sense? But to answer the question more macro, every day you're coming to Teamzy, you've got this, as you're connecting with people and finding people who are interested, you're putting them on that follow-ups list. That follow-ups list will fill up. After a while of doing this, that follow-ups list will always be full. So you'll be connecting with new people, your team, your customers, and then you'll be connecting with your follow-ups list, moving people through the process of the follow-ups list. Some people will convert quickly. Some people will take a year on that follow-ups list. That's just the nature of human beings. But as you work this system systematically and consistently, every month people will convert. Every month it will be consistent. Okay? And that's how you get consistent numbers and a predictable business. Right now, active people in Teamzy they're averaging 21 customers and 9 recruits over 90 days. Okay, that's what they're averaging over 90 days after doing this consistently. Okay, so it's just like you just keep going, you keep going, you keep going. Does that make sense? So let me show you one more thing, and then we'll just jump to Q&A because we're already almost there. So as I continue connecting with Ginger over time, grabbing those next scripts, moving her along, and she converts, right? She signs up. Let me show you how to do that in the system. So I'm going to look her up to go to her full record again. So what I'll do is I'll log a sale, and we've kept it very simple. There's 2 sale types. There's application fee, which means that she became a distributor, right? Or other, she just came in as a retail customer, right? And these sale types don't mean anything other than Teamzy just wants to know, did you close a sale, so it can track your business statistics for you. So let's say she came in as a distributor. I'm going to click save. And then see where it says member type and she's a prospect. I'm going to move her distributor by clicking on distributor. Now she's moved over. Simple. Personally sponsored. Now what I'm going to do is right here underneath the sale where this tag thing is, I'm going to tag what she got. Oops, I didn't get the garden in there. Tower garden. She got a tower garden. Wow. Come on, Teamzy. Work with me. I can't type. Tower garden. What's happening with me? Teamzy doesn't like me today. Let's just call it tower. Something's going on. Tower garden and a quad. Whatever you want your tags to be. Okay. So you tag it, which is kind of cool. And then everybody with that tag, this is one reason why I tag it is so that when I'm looking at her profile, I know exactly what she's using. Okay. Because when she's on my dashboard, when I go to details, it shows me all their tags. So I know exactly what she's using, which is kind of cool. But the other thing that's neat is on the team page, when you tag people with products, you can then grab a list of everyone with the tower garden by clicking tower garden. I can see everybody who's bought a tower garden from me. So there's, right? Pretty cool. So like when Juice Plus comes out with the solar panel for the tower, the solar panel for the tower garden, right? They're coming out with that soon. I know I've seen it in the Tower Garden Exchange. Somebody's already invented it. So it's going to be smart for them to buy it. Would you guys all buy one of those? Heck yeah, I would. That way if the power goes out, your plants don't die. So that's just an example, right? So you go in and grab your list and tell everybody, hey, I just want to let you guys know this new gadget came out. You should probably get it for your tower. So those tags become very helpful for you. But now when you continue to connect with Ginger, she's going to be on my distributors list. Make sense? Okay, great. So we've got a few minutes. I know I went way over, but if you guys have some questions, feel free, just like Jesse did, just unmute, ask away. I'll be happy to answer a couple.
Okay, I'm going to jump in really quick and ask another one. Let's say you have more than one network marketing business. Can you use Teamzy and do 2 different businesses at the same time?
We have people that do that and they use the tags to differentiate.
Okay.
Again, you just tag Juice Plus customer or whatever. You could use the tags. It will get a little messy,
Right.
but you could do it.
Okay.
Yeah. Any other questions? There's a little microphone icon. Just click it and it'll unmute you so you can talk.
Not really a question, more of a comment in regards to what Ginger was saying. Ginger, on your phone, if you go on to Teamzy using your phone, you can copy and paste into a text message too that way.
Yeah, for sure on your phone, you can do everything, right? Because your phone has your text and everything built into it. Yeah.
It's a little bit more, I thought using the phone is a little bit more cumbersome, I feel like at times, just copying and pasting that way. But if I only have my phone and I have a few minutes, I get on and do it.
Yeah. You can do 2 or 3 when you have like 5 minutes, you know, and you can build it up that way.
I have a question.
Hi.
Hi. I'm new, very, very new. Recently I became DD. So how does Teamzy help me as somebody who really doesn't have a lot of customers or a lot of, what was one of the things that's in your
Distributors.
team? Yeah, yes.
So you're going to focus on prospects. Okay. And it's going to help you get customers and distributors. So what you have is prospects, and you're going to just start connecting with people, just like I showed you. Okay. And this is the most important thing. It doesn't matter if you're just going to set those other 2 goals to 0 and put your full goal on prospects and just connect with people and generate interest, create conversations, invest in people, and invite them to your business. Put them on your follow-up list, follow up like a pro. You'll have people. Look, here's the thing I want you to know is that if you do this, do it the way I showed you tonight. Get accountability partners on the team to do it together so you can hold each other accountable. I don't want you guys to waste your 30 days and do nothing. That's so annoying. This is designed so you can do it in your first month and have customers and distributors on your team by the end of your first month, if you get after it. Now, this assumes, I'm making an assumption that you're a human being who has spent your life around other human beings, and there are people in the world who know you and trust you already, right? And so those are the people who are going to be most likely to go, well, that's really interesting what you're doing. That's cool. I'm glad to hear it. You know, the thing is, like, I'm not a Juice Plus distributor, but I sell it all the time. People over my house the other day, we had a play date with our kids. And I just bought a new house last fall, and it's nice. So everyone's like, wow, I really love your house. I'm like, come and let me show you my garden. So I take them in the back. I have like these raised flower beds with dirt, right? And then I have my tower garden. What's this? This is the tower garden. This is where I grow all of my greens, and stuff. And they're like, wow, this is really cool. So I'm talking about the tower garden, and I'm like giving them like nasturtium leaves to eat and stuff. Like, this is just, they're like, where do I get one of these? And then I started telling them about the gummies, because we're talking about our kids, how all they eat is chicken nuggets and hot dogs, right? And so I told them about these gummies. And I'm like, I met this person, her name's Mitra Ray. I met this person in Sacramento a couple weeks ago. I'm telling them the story. This is just me in my house. And I'm like, she's done all this research, and she was telling me about how I can give these gummies to my kids, and it can reprogram their innards so that they want more vegetables. And it can help, gives them that, it bridges the gap, but then they actually start craving more vegetables. And I'm telling the story. I'm like, so I've been giving my kids these gummies. And at first I just said, you have to eat your gummies. So they eat their gummies every morning as part of their breakfast. And then the other day I just kind of put like a bowl of baby carrot down on the counter, and I watched them just randomly go over and start munching on them. I go, it works. It really works. And these parents are like, where do I get this stuff? My point is this: you share with people, you connect with people, people trust you. Those people weren't like, Eric, hold up a second. Is this a network marketing company? Because if it is, I don't want to have this conversation with you. No, they were like, you are an intelligent person that I respect. You're telling me about what you're doing with your kids. I'm interested in learning more about this for my kids. This is where you guys need to understand. This isn't, you're not trying to give people, the something that's smelly. You've got something awesome. Just share it. Okay. So yeah, the cool thing about it is, it is a network marketing thing. The cool thing about it is that means that you can save some money on it. And if other people are interested in it, you can make some money, but whatever. The point is that it's really good, great product. So just share it. I think of all the stuff, we're in 71 networks. I think what you guys have is one of the easiest things to share, because it's like, how easy is that? America loves popping pills. It's so easy. you're not making them work. They don't have to work out. They don't have to exercise. I mean, they should, but not to build your business, right? It's pretty awesome. And so I just really think you need to not worry about whether you're new or not. Think about how awesome it is that you have something that's so easy to share, and just start connecting with people. Just start connecting with people. My background, I was a Beachbody coach. I was trying to get people to work out for 60 days. Do you know how hard that was? It was hard. I wish I knew about Juice Plus, but I probably wouldn't have Teamzy if that was the case, because I'd just be rolling in the Juice Plus prosperity, right? So anyways, any other questions you guys have? I'm losing myself.
Been crushing it over here. So yeah, you're right.
Do you guys have any other questions?
We have kept you long enough. Gosh,
Okay.
It's almost an hour and a half you've been on this call.
Yep.
You definitely poured into us. I cannot thank you enough.
Thank you for having me. It was an honor. And so again, your action steps, you guys. If you're not in Teamzy, go get the free trial for 30 days. Get some.
Yeah.
If you are in Teamzy, still do it like you're new. Get somebody on the team to be your success partner. Say, let's do this together. Hold each other accountable. Every day when you finish your Teamzy dashboard, you get this message that says you crushed it. I want you to take a screenshot, message it to your success partner every day for 30 days. You will have the most tremendous month ever. Okay? So do that. You will love it. And then, of course, would love you to join our family. You get a great discount. It's like 60 cents a day. It's less than $20 a month to have Teamzy. We would love to have you in our family. But really, more than anything, we want your testimony. I want to know your success story. So, so thank you guys for having me. God bless you, and have a great night.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you so much. Thank
Thanks,
you.
Ginger.